It has been a while we couldn't upload videos, but today we are bringing up a complete guide to plan and visit Malaysia. We visited with our twins and parents, so it was a family trip this time, and we had a wonderful experience in visiting Malaysia. In this vlog, I'll be speaking in detail about itinerary in detail, best time to visit in Malaysia, e-visa and details, where to stay in Kuala Lumpur. We will now look into a detailed itinerary to visit Malaysia. Please try to watch without skipping it. I'm sure it will be a value add for your planning. To explore Malaysia, you will require at least 10 to 15 days. The popular destinations and preferred destinations are far from Kuala Lumpur and not easy to cover it via road. If you want to reduce the cost of the trip, you need to prefer travel via road, and if you are having an open pocket, you can prefer to fly from Kuala Lumpur to your destinations. So I'm dividing the itinerary into three: short, medium, and long trip. For short trip, let us prefer 5 to 7 days of stay in Kuala Lumpur and visiting places around Kuala Lumpur. If you can cover Penang, it will be a medium trip with 10 to 11 days. And if you love to visit islands, we shall add another 3 days, which will make a complete itinerary with wonderful vacation for you. In this trip, I have mixed the combination of places in a day based on my experience traveling with family and kids, which also allowed us leisure time with proper rest to cover the planned itinerary. Travel plans really depends on how you prefer to travel. Traveling along with your family, kids, friends, or you being a solo traveler. Malaysia is having a tropical weather and mostly humid, so it is also good to plan your travel with a leisure day in between your itinerary. We traveled with our twins, parents, and we were four adults and two infants. Initially, our plan was to cover KL, Penang, and one island. We traveled in the month of Feb, and weather at Kuala Lumpur was expected to be hot, humid, and showers in the evening. For islands, especially Langkawi, it was also a dry season, but we dropped Penang and island in the last minute due to personal reasons as we were traveling with twins and family. We preferred a short trip staying at Kuala Lumpur for 8 nights. This also helped us in staying at one hotel and helped us to avoid repacking and moving to different cities. As I did some research for a long trip, I will be also sharing the complete itinerary, and based on your preference, you can modify the days and places to visit. Arrival time of your flight really matters. This makes a count for your day. Please prefer a day flight, and most of the flights from India are planned very well, starting at midday, so you reach KL in the evening and you get a good sleep overnight. Day 1 and Day 2 we preferred exploring KL on an hop-on and hop-off bus. It offers a very cheap rate comparing to other private transport for visiting multiple destinations. The buses are double-decker base buses. The lower floor is covered with AC, and on the top floor it is having open seats and partially covered AC seats. The routes are separated into city and garden route. If you plan to visit all places and spur the designated stops, trust me, you can't cover in 2 days. So it is better to pick the spots which you want to cover in a daytime for the first 2 days. The price for 24 hours timing starts from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For an adult is 60 ringgit, and for children age of 5 to 12 it is 30 ringgit. The time starts from the time you buy the ticket, and it is valid for next 24 hours calculated from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it is also applicable on the next day from 9 a.m. My suggestion is to avail the 48 hours ticket, which is 90 ringgit for an adult. Please note the ticket prices mentioned here are for the bus tour, and the tourist spot entry ticket prices are excluded. I'll be mentioning the ticket prices on screen, and later in the video I have mentioned about buying the ticket in a better way or the cheapest way. I have mentioned the website of Hop On and Hop Off Tour for your information, which also has the roadmap in it. You can buy tickets online, or you can go to the kiosk which is in Sangweng Plaza. which is also a starting point for this tour. It is preferred to buy online so that you can avoid the queue for buying the ticket, because already there will be a queue expected to board the route buses. It is better to visit KL Tower and Petronas Tower separately, planned on any other day of your choice during late evening or night time, as they look the best during night with lights. Plan to visit the KL Tower from 6:30 p.m. onwards, so you get a view of sunset and stay back till 7 p.m. or later for a night experience. Now I'm going to cover the day one activities, the must visit tourist spots, because you will not be able to cover everything what they have provided in the route map. So for day one, you can prefer visiting Masjid India, Aquaria and KLCC Eco Forest Park, which is a beautiful experience of freshwater and marine life. It will take 3 hours of time here, so plan it very well. You can visit the National Visual Art Gallery, and you can visit the Titiwanga Lake. Plan a separate trip to Petronas Tower in the same day in night and visit the Surya KLCC shopping mall to complete the day one. For day 2, mostly prefer the garden route, because with the previous day experience, you will be able to plan in a better way. So it will be a very interesting route which has more places to visit. Start with Little India, then to National Palace. It will take 1 hour in National Palace. It is a must visit. Then you can visit the Bird Park and the Butterfly Park, which will also take 2 hours. Then at the end, if you have time, you can also visit Madreka Square. There you can spend some time in the evening. After spending some time in Madreka Square, you can prefer to go back to your hotel, stay for some time and take some rest. Later in the evening, you can prefer to visit the Times Square Mall and also the Plaza Loyet, which is an mall for electronics purchases, which will give you a very good offer for almost all the things what you want to buy. These are the two destinations which you can cover in the night on day 2. It will take almost 2 to 2.5 hours, and the places will get closed by 10 p.m. sharp. So please plan your night accordingly. And that's the end of day 2. Day 3, plan to visit Batu Caves and Kanching Waterfall, which are close by. Visit Batu Caves in the morning. Please plan to reach there before 9 a.m. to avoid the mid-sun. Batu Caves is a limestone hill with a series of caves and Hindu temple located in Gompak. It is very popular destination and a significant Hindu pilgrimage site, especially during the Taipuyam festival. The key attraction is also a massive golden statue of Lord Murugan stands at the foot of the steps. Try to dress modestly, especially if you are planning to climb up to the temple and the caves. After visiting Batu Caves, you can plan your lunch. There are many restaurants nearby, and then you can plan a travel to Kanching Waterfalls. This is a place to relax as you will be exhausted by climbing 272 steps in Batu Caves. So, this place is very quiet and calm. It is very cool due to trees, and enjoy a bath in the waterfall, which will be very relaxing for the day. Evening, you can plan to visit Madreka Square 118, the upcoming tallest skyscraper. If that is not open, then you can plan to visit the Chinatown, which is considered as the shopper's heaven, as you get the branded copies there. Day 4, visiting Genting Islands. Start your day at 8 a.m. It takes about 1 hour to 1.5 hours to reach Genting Islands from the KL Central based on your location of stay. Genting Islands is a popular hill resort in Malaysia, known for its cool climate, thrilling attractions, and vibrant entertainment options. Located on a peak of Mount Ulukali, it offers stunning views of surrounding mountains and valleys. It has a resort which is massive. It has luxurious hotels, casinos, shopping malls. Also, it has a theme park, Skyworld theme park. Do not miss to visit the Chinsui Cave Temple. It's very beautiful, stunning views surrounded with mountains. It also has a World Plaza, again a shopping mall with a lot of restaurants, and also the Skyway cable car which will take you to those places. This will be a tiring day for you because it will be a long day visiting multiple locations inside the Genting Highlands. Still, if you feel to go for a shopping in the evening or late night, you can also go to Central Market for a shopping experience. Day 5. Plan a day trip to the historical Malacca. You can purchase any day trip online for Malacca because they will provide the pickup from your hotel and drop also. Malacca is a fascinating city with rich history and a diverse culture. It is a great place to learn about Malaysia's past and experience. You can visit the famous St. Paul Hill. You can also go to the Jonker Street, visit the Cheng Hung Teng Temple, which is very beautiful architecture, and learn about the Chinese culture in Malaysia. Take a river cruise. It is a scenic cruise through the Malacca River and admire the city skyline. And that is the end of day 5. Visiting Malacca will be a wonderful experience, so please don't miss it, guys. Day 6. Plan to visit the Zoo Negara. Zoo Negara is a great place to spend a day with your family and kids. It offers a unique opportunity to see a variety of animals from around the world and learn about their habitat and behavior. Zoo Negara, also known as the National Zoo of Malaysia, is a popular zoological park. The key attractions are the Giant Panda Conservation Center, which requires an extra entry ticket during your purchase, Mammal Kingdom, and there are specific shows arranged for free for visitors. In the evening, plan to visit the KL Tower, also known as Menara Kuala Lumpur. It's a 421-meter tall telecommunication tower in Kuala Lumpur. It is the world's 7th tallest tower. Try to reach there by 6:30 and make an entry and enjoy the sunset view. Try to extend till night for the night view with lights. This was one of the best spots that we really enjoyed within 360 degree of the Kuala Lumpur city view. Day 7. You can call this as a day of leisure. You can plan to visit an amusement park or a water park, or you can also prefer to shop at Chinatown, KL Central. If you also want to buy some toys for your kids, please plan your day to visit at Jalan Raja Lot Road. You will find a lot of toy shops which will be very cheaper, which is also a better choice to buy. By this, you can consider the end of the short trip itinerary. If you want to continue further, you can fly to Penang, or you can catch a bus to Penang via road, which will be almost like 6 hours. Pre-book your stay at Georgetown, the capital of Penang. It is an UNESCO World Heritage Site. I'm listing out the must places to visit in Penang, so you can plan your travel for 2 to 3 days, and based on your choice, you can prefer visiting those sites. So, day 8 at Penang. Start with an Chaya Mangalaram Thai Buddhist temple visit. You will have to spend some 1.5 hours here. After that, you can go to the Dhammakarma Burmese temple, and then post lunch you can spend the rest of day at Georgetown. Day 9. Visiting Penang Hill. Visiting Penang Hill, where you will ride a funicular train to its peak at 833-meter above sea level to enjoy a spectacular view of Georgetown and mainland Butterworth. After visiting Penang Hill, you can visit the Cake Lock Sea Temple, which is built in 1891 as a small shrine. It has since expanded to become one of the most majestic and largest temple in Southeast Asia. So that's the end of day 9. Day 10. Now it is your choice if you want a beach vacation, or you like to explore the beaches and islands in Penang, or fly to a beach paradise like Langkawi and Radang. If you prefer to explore the beaches, staying in Penang, it will be the best choice to cut short your expenses and avoid getting exhausted with a lot of travel. In Penang, you can visit Batu Beach. This is the most popular beach in Penang, known for its white sand and clear water and a lively atmosphere. You can enjoy water sports here and sunbathing and shopping here too. Another beaches like Teluk Bahang, This beach is located in the Penang National Park and is a great place to escape from crowds. You can enjoy swimming, snorkeling, and hiking here. If not, you can prefer to fly to Langkawi or Renang. Both islands offer a truly unforgettable tropical experience. Whether you are seeking adventure, relaxation, or underwater exploration, this island paradise has something for everyone. The best time to visit Langkawi and Redang are from February to October. You can also make changes in your itinerary based on the weather forecast and the month of travel. Now let us talk about the best time to visit Malaysia. Well, when it comes to talk about best tourist season in Malaysia, which has a tropical climate divided with two monsoon seasons across the country, answer gets very tricky, believe me. So just either go with your preferences, whether you want to explore more of the west coast or lowland and highland or the east coast. Now let us add some more filters to it with respect to the crowd, humidity, rain, lower prices for the flights and accommodation. With my research, the best time to visit Malaysia is on a shoulder season, which starts from mid of Feb to mid of May and then from September to November. It is slightly higher humidity and you will experience occasional showers. It is the best time to visit if you prefer fewer crowds and lower prices. There are two peak seasons, which is winter, December to February, and summer, June to August. If you do not want a pinch in your budget and want to have a budget friendly vacation, then these months are best avoided. And also, the wettest months are usually from October to December, as you can experience a very high rainfall. So, it is always wise to choose or pick a time which is between peak and off season, and that's why we have suggested the shoulder season. Ultimately, the best time to visit Malaysia depends on your personal preference and priorities. Malaysian tourist e-visa process was one of the easiest visa retrieving process I experienced. Although there is no e-visa required for Indians till December 2024, but an arrival card is required to travel in and around Malaysia for 30 days. Indian citizens don't need an e-visa to visit Malaysia up to 30 days per entry from December 2023 to December 31st, 2024. However, a Malaysian Digital Arrival Card (MDAC) should be completed online before 3 days of your arrival to Malaysia. This means we cannot apply the arrival card before 3 days of your arrival dates in Malaysia. The portal also shows the date for 3 days based on your arrival date. So it is very important to keep a tab or reminder on this, and if you miss this, you will not be allowed an entry to Malaysia. I have attached the link in description. You need to fill your personal details, accommodation, arrival and return details and submit the application. I received the MDAC card via email within 10 minutes after applying in the portal. That was one of the fastest e-visa I received in recent times. I'm sharing an example of my received arrival card for reference. You can see I have filled the personal details, accommodation details, return ticket details also. You need to fill it for each passport holders traveling with you with no age bar. Malaysian tourist e-visa process was one of the easiest visa retrieving process I experienced. Although there is no e-visa required for Indians till December 2024, but an arrival card is required to travel in and around Malaysia for 30 days. Indian citizens don't need an e-visa to visit Malaysia up to 30 days per entry. However, a Malaysian Digital Arrival Card (MDAC) should be completed online before 3 days of your arrival to Malaysia. This means we cannot apply the arrival card before 3 days of your arrival dates in Malaysia. The portal also shows the date for 3 days based on your arrival date. So it is very important to keep a tab or reminder on this, and if you miss this, you will not be allowed an entry to Malaysia. I have attached the link in description. You need to fill your personal details, accommodation, arrival and return details and submit the application. I received the MDAC card via email within 10 minutes after applying in the portal. That was one of the fastest e-visa I received in recent times. I'm sharing An example of my received arrival card for reference. You can see I have filled the personal details, accommodation details, return ticket details also. You need to fill it for each passport holders traveling with you with no age bar. Where to stay in Kuala Lumpur? Well, this is the most searched topic in internet, and it took me a little while to get convinced to choose about the place. Choosing the right place in a city like Kuala Lumpur may help us to reduce time in traveling and the cost of traveling to the attractions. For booking your stay, my preference will be looking at the Goibibo and also the booking.com. You may get very good offers, and it also helps you in lot of filter based searching. So you can book through this app, and it's really trustworthy. You may also have to pay the tax amount for your stay, which depends on your booking rate and based on your hotel.